I think most of us know how important it is to make sure we are getting enough vitamins, right? But why? How do we know we're getting what we need? This morning, we are taking a closer look at one vitamin in particular, vitamin D. Our next guest is author Alice Branton with Trivedi Global. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
This is so interesting. This is your passion.
Yes.
You've done a lot of research on this. Talk about vitamin D and really kind of the lack of vitamin D in our bodies and kind of how we know. What are some of these symptoms that you're seeing that you've kind of studied?
Definitely. Really, for me, our health is our only true wealth. And in order to have that, we have to have the fundamentals of our health taken care of. And vitamin D is so important, more important than all the other vitamins in what I have found, because it makes everything work. Vitamin D is in every single cell of your body. It's needed to make everything function properly. So you really have to have this critical vitamin. It's sort of like if you think of the electricity that runs to your house. You need enough voltage to power everything, to power your lights, your appliances. If you don't have enough voltage, the lights dim, they flicker, the appliances don't work. That's vitamin D in our bodies. It's so critical to make everything function. It's the underlying base. It's really important.
So what are some symptoms if we're not getting enough? How do we know if it's not to the level that it needs to be?
Well, definitely you can see some indirect ways. You can see it in your immunity. You know, if vitamin D is not enough, you're going to have poor immunity. Maybe you're picking up every cold, every virus is out there, all the way to the extreme of autoimmunity, lack of energy, bone pain. There is even some correlations to diabetes, to cancer. There's some research out there that says that even with breast cancer, that 80% of the people who are diagnosed, of the women, they had a pre-existing vitamin D condition. That's some latest research that's out. So cognitive function, everything can go back to vitamin D, that underlying pillar of our health.
So why is there a lack of vitamin D these days? Why do you think we're seeing this more? Maybe we're just finding out about it more. What is going on?
It's definitely good to have the awareness about it, you know, and some of the things that we think is we can just pop out in the sun. It is the sunshine vitamin. You hear that, and that's supposed to be. That's the way nature created it. You can get it from the sun. But something's happening in the world today. There's research out there that 75% of Americans are vitamin D deficient. A study done in the Gulf states, 100% of the people vitamin D deficient. China, Japan, and even most recently the Vitamin D Council, they released a study that showed that 95% of women in India who are in the rural villages, who spend their days outside, they're deficient. So it doesn't matter age, ethnicity, or geographical location. We're somehow losing this ability for our body to really convert the vitamin D that we need.
And I think there's some myths that go along with this too, as far as, you know, drinking milk and that it's vitamin D is just for your bones.
Right.
I mean, do you hear that a lot too?
That's definitely a myth, that it's just for strong bones or just for growing kids. It's for every single function vital in our bodies. We all need it. And you can't either just pop a pill to get it either.
That seems like the easy fix.
Seems like the easy fix, but so many are not bioavailable. So many nutraceuticals are 0 to 3%. So we take them, but we're not getting what we need. And in foods, it's very, very minimally available.
Well, I love that you say, listen, I don't want to just paint this dire picture. I've studied this. I want to help. You're actually offering an ebook to kind of help with this and kind of look at maybe what the overall bigger picture, what we can do, correct?
Absolutely, we are. And I've done some research on this. I'm giving all of your viewers a free copy of the ebook when it's released in the next month or so. And I'm talking in there more about the research that's out there, what you can do, how you can help yourself. My company is involved in some cutting edge research on this, so please check it out and take your health into your own hands and empower yourself.
Awesome. Well, Alice, thank you so much for being here again. You can tell this is your passion, and I'm so glad that you were here to tell us about it. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Keep us updated, all right?